Welcome, everybody, to the A Little Less Fear podcast. I'm your host for the show, Dr. Lino Martinez. Oh, yeah. I want to start off the show by thanking all of my listeners for putting me at the top 120 in the UK. Oh, yeah, top 120, what up? Makes me feel really good, and let me tell you why. I was actually feeling a little down on myself last week, a few days ago. I went for one of my doctor appointments, and on my way over to my doctor appointments, I was thinking, is my podcast even doing anything? Because it's kind of like I record, I set my intention. I hope this benefits many people. I do this to help people, to open up their eyes, open up their heart, open up their self-esteem, so that we can all be on a higher frequency, the frequency of love, and we can all connect. So I started to feel down because I was like, you know what? I need a sign of some sort, maybe, if possible. And I made some prayers and I just let it go and continued with my day. When I came back, I got an email from podcast systems telling me that I was on the top 20. I am in the top 120 right now in the UK, and that is why I want to thank everybody, all of my listeners. Thank you so much. I'm glad that you are all benefiting from this podcast, and I hope that even people that are being interviewed are benefiting. And yeah, this is my purpose in life, and I'm pursuing it, and it feels great. And I recommend everybody to pursue their purpose in life. Oh yeah, let's keep it going, baby. I want to also thank Ruzbe Gubadpur, the meditation healer acupuncturist that I interviewed this month, the month of March. I also want to thank Sue Darling. Sue Darling, you're awesome. You're incredible. Thank you so much for your light. She's a meditation yoga teacher. If you missed any of those interviews, feel free to go back and check them out. I'm sure you will learn as much as I did. And check out these people too. They're incredible. Incredible. Thank you so much. And also to David Bobadilla, my friend that just passed away, thank you so much for uplifting me and giving me the opportunity to be me and to express myself in every which way possible. Thank you so much. Blessed to you, my love. So I was thinking, what would I like this last podcast for the month of March to be about? So I was thinking, there's so many topics because I love topics. I love talking. I love learning and thinking and sharing what I learn. And something that was really important that stood out in my head this morning when I was working out was the word stress. I noticed that there is so much stress going on in the world, whether it's stress about the way somebody looks or the people self-criticizing themselves or criticizing others. And there's also stress about jobs, stress about marriage, stress about health, stress about everything. People stress about anything and everything, from the color of their hair to what is their hair going to look like and am I having a good hair day. By the way, if you're thinking about your hair, when you have a good hair day and you look at yourself, rather than saying my hair looks good today or does my hair look good today, give yourself an overall judgment, a good positive judgment, that is, of course. But how do I look today? How, rather than just looking at your hair, how am I looking today? I look good. And you know what? If you don't even feel your best, the word good is still better than best or bestest or whatever. Good is all right. Good is not a bad thing. Good is still a good frequency, good high frequency. Get into the habit of saying, yes, I look good. I don't think there's too much pressure when you tell yourself you look good. Because if you're looking for other words like great or fantastic or fabulous, you might pressure yourself a little bit too much. So take it down a notch by saying good. Good is good. And get good at being good. Yeah, boss. So next time you're feeling stressed about anything, whether, whatever, I don't know what you're stressing about. Everybody's got their own individual stresses. But when you're feeling stressed, take that time out to disconnect from the stress by simply connecting with your spirit. And by the way that you do that is by grounding yourself and taking some breaths. I know people have probably heard that. I don't know, breathe in and breathe out. What good does that do? But believe me, it does a lot of good. And yeah, it's not just cliche. It's out there for a reason. Take 1, 2, 3 breaths. I find that 3 breaths are pretty good. Count to 3 too. And give yourself a slow count. Breathe in 1. And when you breathe in a bunch of positive light. Like all the positive bright light you can think of, breathe it all in. Whether you breathe in through your nose or breathe out through your mouth, either way, you're breathing it in. and then hold it in for a little bit. Hold in that breath for a few seconds. I'll say 3 seconds as well. 1, 2, 3, and then let it all out. When you let it all out, let it all out. And when you let it all out, imagine dark smoke coming out. Imagine all that negativity, all that stress is coming out of you. And do that 3 times. And when you do that, I guarantee you your stress will be a little less. I'm not saying I'm going to take it away or it's going to be taken away, but you'll definitely be less stressed simply by connecting with your own nature, your true nature, which is breathing. Your nature, your natural human nature. So, what is stress anyway? Stress, I'm not looking it up, I'm not Googling it, but I'm just going based on what I've learned and what I know. But usually, stress comes from people thinking about the past or thinking about the future or thinking about what might happen or what has happened. But if you ground yourself and you develop the skills and you allow yourself to develop the skills to live in the present and think only in the present and only in the moment, your stress will be less. Because if you're in the moment, you're not thinking about what happened yesterday or years ago or months ago or whenever, and you're not thinking about what's going to happen tomorrow or days later or whatever. Because the truth is, we don't know what we have. We don't know if we're going to have tomorrow. We can die tonight. We don't even know. So the best thing to do is to live in the moment. And when you live in the moment, you have more peace in your life. Not only do you have more peace, but there's also acceptance to what is. When there is acceptance to what is, there's more love. And when there's more love, you've got more time for other people. Imagine that. The more that you focus on the present, which is living for today, which is living for right now, you are becoming your best version of yourself. You are allowing yourself to light up more because there's less stress. And if you allow yourself to light up more, then you're going to be there more for other people. You're going to be present for other people. When someone calls you with their stresses, you'll be there to listen to them because you're not thinking about your stresses. You're right there in the moment with them. It really allows you to blossom. So just practice living in the moment, living in the present. Whatever you're doing, whether you're reading, whether you're watching a movie, whether you're filing your nails, or whether you're studying, whatever it is, be there at that moment. Be there fully as much as you can. Keep your intentions pure. If your intentions are pure, the less stress you're going to have. What do I mean by that? What do I mean by keeping your intentions pure? Pure meaning free of malicious thoughts, not thinking about hurting others, not thinking about taking advantage of others, just being virtuous and being orderly and being yourself. This all really relates to you being you. And if you can be you, imagine how much less stress you would be. And you'll be able to be you the more you practice living in the moment. The less stress you have, the more present you can be for others. Remember that. Your thoughts create stress, and thoughts are not permanent. There's no reason to stress. There's no reason to allow your thoughts to flood your mind because they are impermanent. Impermanent meaning not permanent. Your thoughts fluctuate. They come and go. They come and go from seconds to the next. 1 second, you can even going based on how your body feels. 1 second you're cold and the next second you're hot. Well, guess what? You're thinking that. You're also thinking that. I'm not saying you're creating, but you're creating those thoughts. I'm cold, I'm hot, I'm cold. But if you stay in the moment, get a sweater, whatever, be comfortable, and just be there in the moment and say, you know what? I'm feeling pretty good right now. Life is good right now. Let's take some deep breaths and let it be even better. Oh, yes. Yes, yes, it can be that way. Control your mind. Don't control other things. You have no control over what's gonna happen, which is why it's always best to live in the moment once again. You don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. You don't know what's going to happen. And whatever happened yesterday stays yesterday. It's gone. It's in the past. And whatever might happen in the future might. Doesn't mean it will. Because we really don't know. We're not fortune tellers here. Even if we were, things still change. Just like the weather. One day it's hot in California, the next day it's raining. We have no control over these things. So please, next time you're feeling stressed about anything, just remember that your thoughts are impermanent. That our body is impermanent. That nothing's fixed. I mean, this isn't like, a mortgage loan where you're getting a fixed rate. There is no fixed rate for life. You do what you do because you are training yourself to do things a certain way so that you can live more peacefully. That's right, everybody. So get in sync with your breaths. Don't forget to take breaths. 1, 2, 3 breaths. If you want to take more breaths, go right ahead. Oh, by the way, that also helps to lower your blood pressure It also helps to relax. It also helps with anxiety. And it also helps with rapid thoughts. It helps with all kinds of things. Anything that's speeding up in your mind, that basically means that your body can't catch up to it. So, what happens when you're stressed out physically? You sweat. Um, some pupils can dilate or constrict. Your heart rate goes up, you get tired more easy, or some people won't be able to sleep at all, or some people sleep too much. I mean, just so many things physically, physiologically happen when you're stressed. And simply by breathing and connecting with your natural breathing, your stress levels go down. If not, they go away. Because now you're connecting and you're making everything parallel. You're synchronizing. You're synchronizing your thoughts with your breathing. And after that, you are aligned. So feel free to practice that anytime, in the morning, in the bedtime, or during the day. However you feel stressed, don't forget to breathe and know that your thoughts are impermanent. Thanks so much, and I look forward to our next podcasts. Next podcast coming up, I'm going to be interviewing some writers, trying to see what gets them going. There are a lot of writers out there. I follow people on Instagram and on Twitter who are writers, and I see that a lot of them have writer's block. So I want to open up some doors for them and allow them to open up and share their ideas and see what helps them and what's inspired them and what keeps inspiring them. Also, I'm gonna hopefully be interviewing a tarot card reader who was awesome, had my tarot cards read and everything was on point. So I definitely want to know her journey and see what's gotten her where she is and how she connects with others. And I'm really looking forward to all the other episodes coming forth after that. Thank you so much again to all my listeners. Don't forget to breathe. Don't forget that stress is impermanent. And I love you all very, very much. Have a wonderful week.